Hello everyone, just Goran here and welcome back to another Planet Zoo real life inspiration video, the last one for the Eurasia Animal Pack coming out this week, because we've already covered the bison in the American bison video, so if you haven't seen that one yet, just check it out. At the end I go through all the bison exhibits as well, and I don't have any new to show you, so there's no real point in making another video for that. And as far as the Saiga goes, I haven't seen them, so they're not really in zoos in Europe at least. And the Hermes tortoise, yeah, I mean, it's an exhibit box, so how much inspiration can I really give you? So today we're looking at the Wild Boar. I've got a couple of zoos to show. I'm missing a few that I have been to that I should have seen boars at, but I don't have footage of. I think one of them there were naked kids around, so I couldn't film. But one of them, yeah, Kleve, I don't have an excuse for. But let's just look at the zoos I do have footage for, starting with Dierenrijk over here, which is one of the few like zoos that I've seen European boars at, because Dierenrijk used to be called Dierenrijk Europe, and they were kind of focused on only European animals, so the wild boars are kind of a remnant of that, I suppose. But you can see we have quite a low fence, and other than that, similar features that you would see in other boar exhibits, like bits of plants that are protected by fence or hot wire to prevent the boars from digging it up, some decorations around the enclosure in terms of like logs and things. Here's a different angle. We can see there is some hot wire to prevent the boars from getting too close to the barrier over here, which in a more zoo-like setting is to be expected. You don't want too much visitor-animal interaction, of course, and boars can bite, I presume, so you want to kind of minimize that. Over here we can see the staff entrance right here, and also the backstage building. Back there you can see much of what the inside looks like, sadly, but I'm sure you can imagine something there. Of course, because they would live in a similar climate in the wild as here, the backstage is mainly there just to protect them from the elements. But anyway, here in Parc de Bouillon, we got another boar habitat. Again, we're kind of looking down the hill onto this field over here. It actually has a bit of grass in there, surprisingly. We can also see what seems to be a bit of a pool over there as they're coming out of the backstage, or maybe that's something else, I can't quite tell. But yeah, here is the boar, and it's looking very cute and floofy, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, very foresty type exhibit, pretty nice. Next we are in Tiergehege Kaisergarten. This is in Oberhausen, which is just, it's free, so recommend it. It's free. This is a little free zoo kind of in the middle of a city park, and it's really quite cute. It has a lot of cool animals, even lynx. And over here is the cat. Can you stop bumping the microphone? That's not very well, way to interrupt this video there. Yeah, it's quite a lovely little enclosure right there with some very cute boars. Not much else to say about it really, so I'm not going to cut out the cat interruption. But over here we are in Berg and Bos. This is in Apeldoorn. It's actually next to Apenhul, which is a big zoo. But it's also just this little free, I wouldn't call it a zoo, it's literally just a deer enclosure and a boar enclosure in the middle of this city park or city forest. And I didn't really record much video of it, but here are some pictures. You can see, again, very simple fencing, but a very nice, lush, foresty enclosure with a big mud pool for them to wallow in. And it's really quite nice, so I wanted to include it because it's a very cool enclosure in my opinion. But yeah, that is all there is to see about that, so let's move on to the Caves of Hun. And of course the Caves of Hun is more a wild park than a zoo, so it's like a big bit of nature that they just put up some fences in almost, and that definitely holds true for the boar enclosure over here. You can see this is the fence, and behind it are the boars, and it's just a massive stretch of forest, and it looks really quite nice. There's also a kind of bus jeep safari type thing going through this enclosure. That's what the road is for. We can see the boar lying in the back there. And yeah, not much else to say about this one either really, just a very nice large bit of forest with the boars in it. And yeah, as we keep going, we get a bunch more views. And it's also on a hill, as you can see. It goes downhill quite a bit. And I haven't measured this one, but it does appear to be just an absolutely massive enclosure for the boars. So that is just super, super cool in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Caves of Hun, and we're moving on to the final enclosure, which is of another kind of wild park, nature park, Lelystad in the Netherlands. And just once again, this is just a bit of forest, albeit artificial forest, because its entire province is kind of man-made and planted. But it's just an absolutely massive bit of nature. And you can definitely tell where the boars can get and where they can't, because of where there is grass and where there isn't. But yeah, just this super simple fence going along a massive stretch like this. The length of this enclosure is over 500 meters. And the depth of it is like 150 meters on average, I would say. And it's just massive trees. We could see a nice big lake or mud pool. And over here is where there's a bit of staff entrance with this road over here. And luckily for me, that's where all the boars were hanging out. Because I could see all of their little babies, which I've used in the thumbnail and at the start of this video as well. We can see those little piglets over there playing around. It is absolutely adorable. On my second channel, I think I have a video of the complete footage of this thing, of these little piglets playing about. It's just absolutely fantastic, and yeah, really cool animal. I wasn't expecting it in the game, really, especially after we got so many pig-like things already. But I think it's a cool addition nonetheless. And yeah, over here at the end of the enclosure, 500 meters further, we get to this corner where it just kind of stops. But definitely nothing to complain about there. It's an absolutely massive enclosure. It's probably, yeah, the one I would most want to be a boar in. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys got some boar inspiration, and hope you enjoy the pack coming out this week. I definitely will. I don't think I'll be live streaming just quite yet. My throat still hurts too much. I'm still a little sick. So we'll just have to wait and see when I'll be able to cover it properly. But for now, bye bye. See you.